Go live. Go live. Go live. Talk a lot about stretching on my videos, both my shorts, my reels, my TikToks. Oh, and it's so easy to say we should all start stretching more and we should take care of our bodies and what have you. And it's easy to say I'll do it later. And one of the nice things about me going live right now is that it was a reminder to do a little stretching. And while yoga is usually traditionally kind of a quiet, breathing focused and body movement meditation, I don't know. I'm not that good at holding any of the positions, but I know it feels real good, and figure if I can do a little stretching while people are joining on, and I'm just kind of rambling. Hi, Scott. Thank you. This is the Trikonasana position, by the way. It's my favorite. Generally, you look up to the hand up here, but I got a kind of issues with my neck. I'm 55. So sometimes it feels a little safer just to keep my neck in a standard position. There's a side plank, which feels so good. That side plank. Forget what it's called. Some yoga expert out there should remind me. But anyway, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Wednesday morning. It is, it's like 11:58. I am getting in just under the bell, so I could say good morning to you. It's such a beautiful sunny day. Look at the blue sky behind me. Gentle breeze. But again, it's the sunshine and the blue sky kind of tricks you into thinking it's nice and warm and almost hot out here. But the temperature's probably upper 30s, might be right around 40 degrees. No humidity in the air, so the air's cool and crisp. Honestly, it's just a gorgeous day, a beautiful day to be outside, provided you're got enough clothes on. And I brought out this jacket along with my sweatshirt and my t-shirt, figuring that might not be enough. And I'm pleased I did. So again, my name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. This is a show I've been doing, fast approaching 5 years. Sometime in June of 2019, I started doing Coffee with Ken. I was living in a dark apartment. I'd broken up with the woman of my dreams, missed my house, my dog, my family, my patio, and missed a lot of things. And was going through a lot and had a very negative self-voice. Hello, PD. And caught myself one morning, I think it was, and I heard myself, the voice inside my head, saying nothing but horrible stuff. And I realized I needed to fix that a little bit, and have taken various steps. And it started that morning by searching up positive affirmations and listening to them and going for a walk. And that became a habit, and other habits came into play, like praying, thinking of gratitude, going to church, exercising, yoga. I guess I'd been doing yoga at the time. And again, I'm almost into my 5-year journey of trying to get a little better every day, and just kind of sharing my story day by day with you guys. I like to go live. I have a lot of fun doing it. I like to talk to my phone and share my little story about my path and my journey, knowing that each of us has a little story, and each of us has a journey, and each of us has a path that we're on, and we all have our highs and lows and our successes and our learning experiences. And hopefully, just by sharing some of my story, I don't know, I could save you some of the heartache or headaches or struggles or challenges that I've dealt with during my 55 years. So thank you, everyone, for joining. Hello, Lemon Bee. Hello, Alan. Hello, Chicey, Paul Mitchell, 12S134, Celine Fraser, User, Bucklake, Mick from Jupiter. There's a Mick Mars that played in Motley Crue. I wonder if he's any relation to Mick from Jupiter. I don't know. Maybe the Mick's parents weren't very original and said, hey, we're just going to name all our kids Mick, boy or girl, and assign a planet to each of them. Is that how it could have worked? Hello, Carol Whitby and Thomas and Jessica and Shannon. Kay Saunders. We're getting a lot of people hopping on, and I so appreciate that. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. For those that have been watching a while, you know it's also a show. Ah! Hello, Shannon on lunchtime. I have my phone set up very unstably. I've got two, I want to call them 2x4s, but they're not 2x4s. There might be 1x6s or 2x6s kind of set up as a stand. And when I moved my phone, my table shifted and my phone almost dropped. Or excuse me, when I moved my thermos of coffee. So I'm going to move it again and hopefully not lose my viewers. For some reason this is loose, and I'm not sure. I know it's lefty-loosey, tighty-righty, or righty-tighty. Which way's right? It's sometimes hard to tell. You know, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but sometimes it's hard to tell if you're going left or right, depending on, you know, it's one thing if you're going that way or that way, but when it's, do you know what I mean? When it's vertical, it gets a little more challenging. Hello, Michelle Webb and ESD. I have not been live for a while. It feels kind of good. Most of you guys know I'm a content creator / stay-at-home dad / looking for work / trying to figure out what my next step in life is. And I try not to think too far ahead, and I try and put one foot in front of the other. And sometimes those steps can be very small ones. But as I've said many times, as long as I'm moving the key is moving forward. It really doesn't matter how fast you're going. And yes, we'd all like to be arrive and get to the destination and win the race and, you know, be promoted first and be the most successful or the best looking or best in shape or the most spiritually at peace. But we all have our different journeys that we're on, and this is mine. So anyway, thank you all for joining, and I just poured this cup of coffee, and being that it's about 39, maybe 40 degrees, I'm excited to have my first sip. My hope is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. It's not my third pot, but the third pot I've gotten involved with today. I had some help on the first two pots. At my home, we drink a lot of coffee, and a lot of it will be flavored. The toasted coconut mocha has become very popular, and we went through 2 pots of that this morning. In an effort to mix it up after everybody left the house, I decided to throw on some Sumatra, which is by Starbucks, a dark roast, heavy coffee. And I'll tell you what, they say variety is the spice of life, and it's certainly true when it comes to coffee. So I'm going to have another sip. Oh, it's so nice. I've talked about it before. I don't drink coffee with cream at home. If I'm out at a diner or at Starbucks or what have you, I always end up putting cream in it. And kind of along with the variety theme, it's kind of nice changing it up. Again, getting the flavor and getting the taste and of just the coffee at home. And when I'm out, just kind of a totally different experience drinking it with cream. Hello, Donald Washington. Thank you so much for following the live creator, Donald Washington. Again, I'm a content creator / a bunch of other things, trying to figure out the next step in life. I've been on TikTok, and although I've been doing my Coffee with Ken show for about 5 years, I've been purposeful about the last 2.5 years. And in November of 2021, about 2-3 weeks after I got sober, uh, 2-3 weeks after I got sober, I found TikTok and went on TikTok and have been going on TikTok for about 2.5 years since then. And I would say it's my first very purposeful effort at content creation and building a business and building an online business. I say building an online business, but honestly, I was a realtor for 17 years, and I discovered Facebook in probably 2007 or 2008, and I thought Facebook was, everything when it came to social media and the neatest thing I'd ever experienced. And I have cousins in Scotland, and we could share pictures, and I could see what all my friends were doing. And as a realtor, I just thought it was so valuable. But I left the real estate business about a year and a half ago. My timing was fairly fortunate. The market's become more and more challenging over the last year and a half. And I've got a lot of friends that are still in the business, and I would imagine it's amazingly challenging. And I posted a video about it today. I live in a neighborhood with probably 300 homes, and there's not one for sale sign. It's just weird. I used to drive around and see a sign and go, hey, I know that realtor. Hey, I know that realtor. Hey, there's going to be an open house on Sunday. Let's go check it out, or let's go see that new listing, or what have you. And really enjoyed it. But the market's kind of just so quiet. And given we're almost into April now, we should be well into the spring market. And for whatever reason, the spring market, somebody's got to knock on the doors of these homes and say, hey, it's the spring market. We should be buying and selling. So, yeah. Hello, Lana Marie. Hello, Stones fan. And John Corsetti and Dolores. Thank you all for joining. I so appreciate you. Gorgeous, gorgeous day. Again, it's cool and crisp, but the grass is turning green. I think we're just getting some buds up in the leaves. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but right off there, you're getting some leaves coming through, and it just looks so pretty, again, with the blue sky and the sunshine behind me. And I want to thank you for joining. But anyway, I just laid my 2 babies down for bed. I have 4 children. 2 older girls that live with their mom out in Oswego that are 17 and 14. And I got 2 beautiful little babies. One is coming up on a year and a half, and the other one is coming up on 3. And they're named Augie and Eve. And I'll tell you what, they can be a handful at this age. Augie, and I've said this before, has Down syndrome. And because of that, his development pace is a little slower than his little sisters. So it's almost like having 2 twins, or twins. And they're almost the same age developmentally and size-wise and strength-wise and verbally and in all sorts of ways. And it's just, I got my hands full. Augie's a little bigger. And I don't know, he likes to pick on his little sister a little bit. And I know it's in a loving way, but he's a little rougher than his mom and I would like. And, we'll go into the kitchen, be getting a bottle ready, or, I don't know, preparing lunch or doing whatever it is that we're doing. And we'll hear screaming, and, Augie's got even a full Nelson or pulling her down or just causing all sorts of havoc. And again, I'm 55, and I got started with kids late. I had my first child, my daughter Erin, who's coming up on 18 years old at 37, which to me as a 55-year-old guy sounds so young. But in the old spawning, breeding, having kids thing, 37's pretty old, or at least a late age to get started. Hello, Joe Taylor from Illinois. Thank you so much for following the creator. We picked up a couple today. About a week or so ago, I hit 10,000 subscribers on TikTok. And it's interesting. And again, as a guy that would love to that enjoys talking to his phone and has a lifetime of experiences and is sober and has dealt with mental health issues and relationship issues and really high highs and low lows in life and in careers and in relationships and with self-image. I think I have a story to tell and an ability to tell it. And because of that, I enjoy hopping on live. I enjoy posting a lot of videos, and I'll talk about the weather. I'll talk about sports. I'll talk about the stock market. I'll talk about the real estate market, mental health, sobriety, and everything in between. And I really enjoy it. But again, about a week ago, I hit 10,000 subscribers on TikTok, and that was pretty cool. I had a couple of videos do real well, and that went a long way. But again, it's been an interesting experience. Some days I'll post a video on TikTok and I'll get, I don't know, 15,000 people watch it. The last 6 videos I posted, and again, I post more than most people would or probably should. And if there's a hole in my social media strategy, I probably post too many videos. But I feel I've got a lot to say. And I think if you're a musician, you should be playing music. If you're an artist, you should be painting. And if you're a content creator with something to say, you should be creating content. Doesn't make much sense to save a video till tomorrow if I have something to say today. Because the message, who I am as a person or as a content creator or as a father or whatever will be different tomorrow than I am today. And I'll look at things differently, and my experience might be different, and my message might be different. So today's message might not be the exact same as tomorrow, and I guess I don't see a whole heck of a lot of reason to hoard on to videos. So I tend to post a bunch. But my last 6, and again, I've had videos with 600,000 views is my record. But my last 6 videos have had, here on TikTok, less than 200 views. And fortunately, I post on other platforms as well, and they're getting a lot more traction over there. Joe Taylor from Illinois, who follows the live creator, thank you again for that, Joe, says, how do you build up your followers up? Please, I need help. Well, Joe, everything I've done in life has been harder than I expected. I'm rarely an overnight success. I was always fairly smart, so I did fairly well in school and was fairly good at running. I did fairly well at that. But again, most things are harder than I thought. I was a realtor for 17 years, always did kind of okay, but it was still a struggle. I thought I'd be an overnight success in real estate. I thought I'd be an overnight success in content creation. It took me almost 2.5 years to hit 10,000 followers. So first thing I'd say is be patient. If you're really shy, I don't know. I'd ask yourself, if you were sitting right here, my question would be to you is, are you sure you want to do social media if you're really shy? And if you do, I'd go, well, then post a video. And as soon as you can, go live, and you need to hit 1,000 subscribers to be able to go live. Go live. Don't wait till you have the perfect script or perfect setting or the perfect day or the perfect moment, because there is no perfect script, setting, day, or moment. The best time to do something is now. And I think so often we say, hey, I'm going to, do the dishes later. I'm going to go for a run later. I'm going to tell my parents I love them later, or I'm going to read that book later, or what have you. And again, I think the best time to do something is now. Okay, well, Joe Taylor says she has over 2,000 followers. Then go live. As soon as you're off this live, get on there, push the button, go live, and if you sit there in front of the camera and go, that's okay, because you'll learn from it, and you'll go, gosh, I choked, or I failed, or I didn't have anything to say, and then go live again tomorrow, and try and get a little bit better. And again, I think in every aspect of life, I think the goal should be to try and get a little bit better, whether it's content creation or relationships or your self-image or, I don't know, how you cook pancakes. I don't know why I thought of that outside of I like pancakes. And I'm always trying to get a little better and learn a little bit. And I screw up all the time. And try and learn from my screw ups and improve and find myself in a better place tomorrow than I am today. And hopefully 2 days from now, I'll be better than I am tomorrow. And, progress isn't a straight line up. It kind of goes like this and ups and downs and ups and downs. But hopefully the trend is going up. And hopefully over time, again, we're all getting a little better and learning a little bit. And to mention a book to you, and I've brought this book up before, but the Compound Effect is a great book, an easy read. Forgetting the guy that wrote it, but he's the founder of Success Magazine, and it's about the impact of small changes over time and how huge of a difference they can make in your life. And just by changing the trajectory of your life by a little bit, it doesn't look much over a week or over a month or even over 6 months. But if you look at this angle and you look where it goes in 5 years or 10 years, you're going to be in a totally different place than you would be had you not made that small little adjustment. And Joe, if you really want to grow your followers, well, first of all, you have 2,000. Pat yourself on the back. 2,000 is pretty good. And it took me a while to get to 2,000. And so pat yourself on the back, congratulate yourself on the success you've had. And again, as soon as you get off watching my live, get on and push live. And if you struggle, that's okay. And if you trip and fall, just pick yourself up and dust yourself up off and keep going. So, problem with being out here on this chilly day is my coffee gets pretty chilly pretty quick. You're welcome, PD. Thank you so much. PD, you watch a lot of my videos and you like a lot of my content, and I really appreciate that. Again, it means a lot to me. And again, I hope I have a message that's worth sharing, whatever that message might be at that time. But I hope that I have a message that's worth sharing. And a lot of the videos I post, be it about sobriety or mental health or anxiety or sleepless nights or whatever, it feels so good when I have somebody watching that'll send me a message and say, hey, Ken, I was going through this exact same thing, or I totally relate to what you're saying, or I love your videos. Thanks for doing them. They meant a lot to me. And I had a guy reach out. I posted a video the other day about encouraging any of my viewers, if they think they might have a problem, today's the best day to do something about it. And I had a guy message me saying, what was the date at the time? Like 3/18/24 is the day that he's going to go sober. And it was that day. And that, it almost makes me tear up a little bit and get the chills just thinking about it. I wish him luck. I know it's challenging for a lot of people. But hopefully he's in day 3 of sobriety. And hopefully, I'm sure it's challenging for him, but hopefully he feels a little bit of pride and a little bit of goodness that he took the bull by the horns and decided to make a change in his life that I promise you will help him out down the road. So rather than try and chug this tepid coffee down, I'm going to pour some more. I'm going to talk about weight loss real quickly. My first wife was a dietitian, and she believes in everything in moderation. And I know that's great, but I think most people, I know for me, aren't moderation people. And about 7 months ago, I joined a gym. I joined a Planet Fitness here in Naperville and was working out regularly and kind of hoping to lose maybe 10 pounds. I weighed like 220 pounds at the time. And 5 months into exercising 3 or 4 times a week, I still weighed 220 pounds. And I, realized I got a sweet tooth. And if I find something I like to binge and eat all I can till it's all gone. For instance, I bought a sharing size of peanut M&Ms yesterday, and I ate the whole bag. That's 10 servings, 1,400 calories for you watching at home. But rather than stress about that or feel any guilt at all, because I don't, But I would have for the first 5 months of my journey to lose weight. But 2 months ago, I stepped on the scale and I weighed 220.4 pounds, which is roughly exactly what I was at, 5 months prior when I joined my gym. And I'd burned so many calories working out and lifting weights and doing all sorts of things. But at night, I don't know, if I had a small bowl of ice cream, I'd end up eating a huge bowl, and I'd be kind of eating all day. And anytime I was hungry, I don't know why, use it as an excuse to eat something. And about 2 months ago, I was at Starbucks, and I realized I was feeling kind of hungry. And my first instinct was to go get a donut or whatever Starbucks sells and eat something. And then I sat there and go, I'll bet if you're hungry, you're losing weight. So I sat there in my hunger and waited about 3 hours. And about 3 hours later, I gorged and I ate everything I could or everything I wanted to, and didn't care how many calories I ate or how many M&Ms I had or how big of the bowl of ice cream I was eating. And I go, I'll bet you if I do this, cut my eating down to twice a day and eat 2 huge meals a day, whatever I want to eat. I'll bet you I still lose weight and stop counting calories and start counting the number of hours I spend a day feeling hungry. And I did that, and I was very purposeful and going, okay, well, I've been hungry for 5 hours or 3 hours this morning. We better eat something. Let's eat 4 eggs and sausage and pancakes. And then I'd feel full. 2-3 hours would pass. I'd start feeling hungry again, and the clock would start again, and I'd be hungry for, 3-4 more hours. And I go, okay, well, I've been hungry 5, 6, 7 hours today. It's time to eat. And then I would eat whatever I wanted. And it felt so good because I felt like, I don't know, I found the solution, at least as far as me, of losing weight. And I've lost about 2 pounds a week. And I'm 7 weeks in, and I'm at 207 pounds. And yesterday, I go, wow, I don't want to lose anymore. I better make sure I get some extra calories in. So after I had my lunch, had this massive salad at Mariano's, which is a grocery store down the street. I had a massive salad with blue cheese and ham and feta and whatever in it. And I go, hey, I weighed 207.0 today. I don't want to lose any weight. I bet you some peanut M&Ms would taste pretty good. So I found, I almost got the party size of the peanut M&Ms. The party size is a lot of peanut M&Ms, as you can imagine. The sharing size is 10 servings at 140 calories each. So I thought maybe, the sharing size would be enough. And ate all of them. Hello, Jack. How are you? User said, I'm learning the benefits of intermittent fasting. Fast 16 hours, have an 8-hour window to eat 2 meals. All right. Well, first of all, Tavis Grows says, no amount of exercise can overcome binge eating. Tavis, I will disagree. You can binge eat to your heart's content twice a day. Twice a day. You can eat whatever you want. I'm telling you, anybody out there that's struggling, give it a try. Eat 2 times a day. Don't eat chips in the middle. Don't eat 3 meals a day. I don't care what they say, 3 square meals a day. Screw that. Eat 2 huge meals a day. Eat whatever you want. And I think your stomach or my stomach can only, if I max out, fit 1,500 calories in it. And if I eat 2 huge max out meals a day, that's 3,000 calories, which is probably what a guy that's 6'2", 207 pounds, burns each day. And so I'll stay even. And if you don't completely max out on those 2 meals, you're going to end up, being 300 calories short. And over 10 days, you're going to lose a pound. And if you're 600 calories short, if you only consume maybe 2,400 calories in a day in those 2 meals, you're going to be 600 calories short. And I don't know if this makes sense to you, but I am telling you, it works. I am telling you, it works. Shannon again says, but if half those calories are candy, yikes. What does that mean? Half the calories were salad. I don't consistently eat half my meals. I'm saying stop worrying about all that stuff. If you want to lose weight, stop worrying about all that stuff. Eat two huge meals a day, and don't worry about anything else. And I guarantee you'll lose weight. I stand by that. And again, a user said the benefits: fasting 16 hours, have an 8-hour window to eat 2 meals. I think what I am doing, and I didn't realize it at the time, is a ton like intermittent fasting. It wasn't as purposeful or planned or scheduled. And again, I have 2 little babies, and I'll be feeding them grapes, and I don't know, they'll spill some cereal on the floor. I've realized I need to start adding some calories back, because in 2 meals, no matter what I ate, I was losing weight, no matter what I ate. Yeah, Shannon, it does. It's amazing. It's amazing. And again, people say, oh, everything in moderation, or, it's all calories in versus calories burnt. And all that's true. But just like with gambling or drinking or what have you, I don't think most people do well with moderation, and I know I don't. So I don't want to eat a small bowl of ice cream, or I don't want to have 3 cookies. I'd rather have none, because then I'm not tempted. But if I'm going to have cookies, I'm going to have cookies. And I'm going to have M&Ms. I'm going to have M&Ms. And, I just, when I eat, I want to eat. And I realize hunger's not the enemy. And if I know I'm going to be hungry, like I haven't eaten much today. I think I had a little bit of what I was feeding my kids this morning, but it wasn't very significant, maybe a couple hundred calories. Thanks, Shannon. Maybe just a couple hundred calories. But I'm going to go in there and have a huge, huge meal. And knowing that in a half hour, I'm going to have a huge, huge meal makes being a little bit hungry right now easy. And again, I've lost 13 pounds in just under 2 months, and it was fairly easy, and almost have to intentionally add calories back to my day. So, that's my situation. But anyway, I don't know how much I have for you today. It's kind of chilly. I don't know how long I've been talking. I think just about half an hour. I think I went live just before noon, because I looked at my watch and I realized it was like 11:58, so I could say good morning, good morning, good morning to you. And I did. And I feel so good hopping on live, sitting out in the sun, getting a little vitamin D while my babies are sleeping and relaxing. I'm looking forward to getting inside, doing some cleanup, doing some eating, and enjoying the peace and quiet of a home with the 2 babies still asleep. And I hopefully have another couple hours of that peace. And I love my babies with all my heart, but I'll tell you what, it feels really good when they're sleeping. But so I'm going to have one more sip of coffee. I want to thank you all for joining today. Ooh, I'm getting a little chilly. I want to thank you all for joining today. I so appreciate you guys for following along in my story, for joining my little journey, for talking with me on this cool, crisp, beautiful March day. And again, just sharing a little bit of your day with me. I so appreciate you guys. It just feels good to, have somebody to talk to when you need somebody to talk to. So thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope your week's going well. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.